Well, hello everybody. Happy Monday to you. This is Luke the Vacuum Saver tuning back into another video. How's it been? I've missed you all very much, and welcome to the commercial edition of Vacuum Saved. Hello, my friends, my people, my family. How's it been? I've been very missing you guys very much, and I'm happy to be back doing what I love again. So, yeah. Let's get right into this video. We got a lot of exciting machines here for you. So, if this is your first video with me, my name is Luke, and I save vacuums for people. I clean them out and repair them and give them back to a store that donates them to people for a very, very good price. So, and they have sold for pretty high prices at the secondhand store that I donate them to, so it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside that you're doing something good for people like that. So, you know what? It's time to pay it forward to all you guys and show you what I do to vacuums that need me so desperately. So, what do you say we go ahead and have a wonderful video with each other today? So, this is Luke the Vacuum Saver. This is the commercial edition of Vacuum Saved, and you'll find out why in just a minute. But if this is your first video with me, what you just saw here is the intro, and what I'll do next is I'll bring the vacuums out here after I give them a quick little rundown of who they are, and, and then once I'm done talking about them and how I save them, I'll put them back in their respective zones, and we'll run them up and down the carpet here. And then I'll give some final thoughts at the end. And it is a little bit hot in the garage that I am filming in. So, but you know what? You guys are worth every penny and cent and every other little heart, energy, soul move that I ever put into these vacuums for all these years. And I'm happy to be doing it stronger than ever. So, while these may be classic vacuums, there's no other classic than a Hoover Wind Tunnel Supreme. Right there. So, yeah. But you know what? Any hoozles, let's go ahead and get started. Here we have a Kenmore Commercial Clean Air System Vacuum. Kenmore Commercial Clean Air System Vacuum. 12 amp motor. Okay. Now, to your right hand side, this is the left hand side competitor right here. To your left hand side, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts because we have not seen one of these on the channel yet. The grand reveal, drum roll please. Here we have a Hoover Power Drive Supreme. Oh my goodness sakes, look at how happy and healthy he is, ready to go. Wow. I really do know my stuff when it comes to saving these, don't I? So, yeah, this is going to be a wonderful video starring these two running on my carpet here. Now, you know what? We started on the right-hand side last time, so I think I'm going to start with the Kenmore Professional Clean Air System Vacuum story time first. Oh, and real quick, if this is your first video with me, my name is Luke, and I say vacuums for people. It's broken down into 4 basic categories. The introduction, which is what you just saw. Now comes story time, where I'll bring each vacuum out to the center. Best demonstration ever, right here, actually. And I'll talk about it a little bit. And then I'll take them back to their respective locations here. And then I'll run them up and down the carpet a couple times with a little bit of cord. And then we'll test it out and see how good it performs on the carpet here. And I'm actually really looking forward to a nice, awesome video with you guys with awesome people. And boy, was this one rough. But you know what? And then after this, after the test run, I'll put them back in their locations, and then I'll give some final thoughts on what I think about them. So, I know that was a mouthful, but hello, my friends, my people, my family. Woo! What a jingle that is for all the people that I love. This is a Kenmore Professional Clean Air System Vacuum. Now, I know this body look is driving you a little bit nuts with all the commercial vacuums out there. You name it. Sharp Twin Energy vacuums. Exact same body features. Panasonic Platinum Plus. Exact same body features. Rubbermaid commercial vacuums, exact same vacuum features. Everything. So, how is it going, everybody? This is a Kenmore professional clean air system. Now, just like, and the one that I can most compare it to, is here's what I can compare it most to, is a Panasonic Platinum Plus. And that's a really, really good vacuum, and so is this one. And you may be wondering, well, Luke, why do you call it commercial? Well, first of all, one thing I'm going to tell you about why I call it commercial is take a look at this handle. Most vacuums handles are plastic. This is commercial grade because it is metal. Now, excuse me, the brush roll is wooden on this machine. Most commercial vacuums are metal, but this one is wooden for some odd reason or another. But I'll lean the vacuum down here and show you how good it turned out. But this wooden brush roll is proven to last longer than a typical vacuum plastic brush roll would. But oh my goodness sakes, this underbody. I really, really know my stuff when it comes to these underbodies, don't I? So, yeah. Look at how nice that brush roll is, just happily sitting in there waiting to be turned on. So, now this vacuum was one of the hardest for me to save. One of the most emotional ones for certainty. This actually had a seized brush roll in it, and the second I turned it on, it started smoking in my garage here. And no, it's not a prank. I did not put a cigarette under it. This actually started blowing smoke out of its motor, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here? And here, because people have rejected taking care of it for so long, it actually had a seized up brush roll entirely full of rust, hair, and everything in between. And I had to put a lot of extra work into this one. This vacuum took a record-breaking 13.5 hours to do. But at the end of the day, I was in tears of joy, and this thing turned on successfully and ran like a charm. So, and you know what? It's worth every second of featuring it here on the channel. So, welcome to the family Kenmore Professional Clean Air System vacuum. I picked you up at I picked this up at Habitat for Humanity in Greensburg, and this had a nasty caked on dirt body. If you check out my video, my YouTube shorts that says Happy Monday on it, you'll see this vacuum. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube shorts, I have started producing those, and I have turned on the comment section, so if you want to comment what you think about how the vacuums look before and after, you won't believe the befores. You will not believe the befores. And here they are on the camera for you. Completely different machines, I know, but I know that's what you're thinking, but it's the exact same machine, just a little bit nice and cleaned up. So, yeah, this one is ready to run. And, of course, I do not have all the attachments for it, but that's okay. Because I'm sure there's a vacuum that'll show up one day, and I'll have all the attachments for it once again. So, then I might actually sell this one for a really good price, or I might donate it. We'll see. But that is that story time. Wait a second. Oh, also, real quick before I put this back, please put the right bag in your vacuum, for crying out loud. So this one didn't even have a bag, God forbid. But I went on a rant about what happened with the Hoover Wind Tunnel Supreme and my Hoover convertible in the last video. But ladies and gentlemen, when you do not put the right bag in it, the vacuum lip back here cannot possibly get the right filtration. Right back here where this bag plastic is, like that's its lip right back there where that cardboard is. And if it's not the exact right vacuum bag, it will not have a proper seal. And what will happen is you see this pristine cover here, the bag door, that will fill up with all black and brown crap, essentially, which is unfiltered dirt. And that is not a nice sign on a vacuum. And especially when it's out on the vacuum bag door itself and just all over the vacuum overall, this one was nasty for me. But I'm so happy that I brought it back, and I'm sure all of you are too. And I'm very, very, very happy to bring this vacuum is up and running. So that is that story time for real. Now let's bring out the beautiful blue thing staring us in the face that we haven't seen on the channel before. A Hoover Power Drive Supreme. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, goodness sakes, Strain. I guess you're agreeing that you're excited with me. Okay, so fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are sitting down to enjoy your midnight popcorn and watching my video here. Hey, everybody. It's Luke the Vacuum Saver tuning back in with another video for you, and this is the commercial edition of Vacuum Saved if you're just joining me. We just reviewed a Kenmore Professional Clean Air System vacuum, and now we are on to a Hoover Power Drive Supreme. So, I picked this up a couple of days before the 4th of July in my hometown of Latrobe. And this was sitting outside, and you see this plastic cover full of beautiful attachments right now. And no, that's not off the Hoover Wind Tunnel Supreme. What happened is, well, I have the power drive, the Wind Tunnel Supreme attachments with another vacuum right now, but these are completely different. So if I pop this door open here, oops, sorry about that, folks, but if we pop this door open right here, what you see where all of these attachments are right now is where the, this was all full of dirt and debris, and you couldn't even tell that it had a back door protection thing on it right here. And now take a look at how beautiful it is. Now, this used to have a Febreze chip in here for how nice it made your house smell. Now, it does no longer have that, but I do plan on getting it one. So, but this does not have a hose. Now, please don't confuse this with the Hoover Encore Supreme and the Hoover Concept 1. This is a completely different vacuum. And the reason I like to call it a commercial is because not the brush roll is plastic on this one. But here's my point, okay? Here's my point, is this vacuum, oh, look at this beautiful underbody right here, ladies and gentlemen, just happily sitting in its cage right here, ready to go. And this is exactly why we call it a commercial vacuum, is because most of the body, metal, so it can hardly wear out on you. So that's really a really nice feature. Now, this does have a self-propelled feature, just like the Hoover Anniversary self-propelled wind tunnel does. In the Hoover wind tunnel self-propelled in general, before the Anniversary Edition came out, this has a self-propelled, and we've seen multiple self-propelled Hoovers on this channel, and this just happens to be exactly another one of those competitors. But you know what? I'm happy that I got to save one, because I have been waiting for a self-propelled for a while now, and the self-propelled is on, and then to turn it off, you just sweat it to the left, right here. So right is off and left is on. So here's the self-propelled right from where I stand on the vacuum. So if you switch it to the left, that means it's on, and then if you push the handle down and pull back, what'll happen is then it has wheels underneath its brush roll that'll glide it across the carpet for you. Which is, excuse me, a really, really nice feature to have. And then if you switch it to the brain fart, right, actually, that actually shuts off the self-propel feature. But for the sake of the video, we're going to leave it on. But the self-propelled feature does shut off. So, oh, there we go. So, yeah, so if you just switch that to the right-hand side, from where I'm standing on the vacuum, it shuts off the self-propelled, and it just becomes a normal vacuum. So this vacuum is pretty user-friendly because of its self-propelled feature preferences. If you're a nice, strong, husky man like myself, you can leave the self-propelled feature off, and it will just glide. You can just glide it across the carpet yourself. But if you're a much older person and needs some help with pushing the vacuum, you just turn on the self-propel and it glides just as easy as if I was running it without the self-propelled on. So here's without self-propelled, and here we're going to turn the self-propelled mode on. Okay, so it's really something here, and I'm very blessed and excited and happy to have one. So yeah, what do you say? It's test time. So our test zone is ready, so let's get these vacuums back into their positions that they were at the start of the video here. Here we go. Alright, I'll just leave that on for self-propelled for this video, because that switch can be a little bit stubborn sometimes, even with the wind tunnel twin chambers and stuff that are self-propelled. They can be pretty frustrating sometimes. So, but today, first, we're going to start with the Kenmore Clean Air Professional System. So, let's go ahead and unwind some cord and get them fired up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to have a vacuum like this. I haven't had one for quite some time, and I might be keeping it because of its nice, sleek design and everything. And these are very quiet, actually, so these can be ran in high schools, libraries, and stuff, even when classes are in session. The college that I attend has a few of these, so and I've always wanted one of theirs because of how nice and dirty they were, but I certainly got what I was asking for, plus some in return. So, yeah, so that is in its off position. So we are good to fire up the power. Alright. So, you know the drill. It's test time. So let me fire up the Kenmore Professional Clean Air System in 3, 2, 1 just to test it. One more time. Boy, that is one happy brush roll in there, isn't it? Good golly, Miss Molly. Alright. Let's give you a test run and see how you do on my carpet. Cause the last patriotic edition of Vacuum Saved, starring 2 Hoovers, really set the bar pretty high. But let's see if this Kenmore can do just as good. Hey, Kenmore, do you think you can clean my carpet up for me? How about that for a restored vacuum, ladies and gentlemen? What 13.5 hours does. From a completely seized up brush roll smoking vacuum to a beautiful kitty purr that you want to hear again, alright. Is that music to your ears? It's mine too. That happy, successful vacuum run sets me off every time, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. I'm very happy to report that this one is up and running, and you saw it did a good job there on its carpet. So, good job to you. So, and see what I mean about how it is much quieter than a typical vacuum? If I would fire up my Bissell Power Groom right there, it would be probably about twice that loud. So, yeah. Or even the Hoover Wind Tunnel Supreme, because it's got a really loud 12-amp motor on it. It's just meant for pure power. It's power on steroids. It really is. But I'm really excited to have that one, and I've had multiple wind tunnels in the past, and it's been the exact same story with every one of them. Alright, that's enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get on to something the channel hasn't seen yet. A Hoover Power Drive Supreme. And I actually did save one of these for a friend of my mother's, and I did not get to keep that one, and now I do. So I'm very grateful that I found this one. And it's actually in a color I really like too. So that's a win-win in my park. So, alright. There we go. She's plugged in. Okay. Let's give her a quick little test fire here and see how good she sounds. Alright. So here comes the Hoover Power Drive Supreme in 3, 2, 1. Just a little test fire. One more time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this did have an exact same bag problem like I mentioned with the Kenmore. And yeah, it was a pretty nasty brush too. I'm really wish people would start taking care of their vacuums, but you know what? If they don't know how, they don't know how. But look it up on Google. I'm sure AI, I'm sure that AI will tell you something about how to maintain your vacuum. And it will definitely help out us vacuum savers if we don't have to worry about what's going on in the brush roll and just the bag, and an overall dusty vacuum. Will be very happy then. So, but you know what? It's all God's people that I do this for, so it doesn't really faze me that much. So, here we go. Let's test out a Hoover Power Drive Supreme in 3, 2, 1. Go. Gonna turn on the self-propelled. Okay, wash my hand for a second. Self-propelled is off. Let's try that one more time. There you have it for the Hoover Power Drive Supreme. I hope you all have enjoyed this video so far. And this vacuum actually took me 11.5 hours to do, and the Kenmore took me 14. So, yeah, these were pretty long because of how bad they were. But you know what? At the end of the day, they all fired right up for me, so I'm happy about that. And believe me, I'm definitely getting a little bit heavy-eyed as it's been a long day. But you know what? Doing this for all of you makes my heart sing. So, yep, and I really appreciate the nice comments that I've been seeing on some of my videos and shorts recently. It's well appreciated. Let's keep that up. Please and thank you. So, spread the word to all my friends, family members, especially you, Dan. Keep it up. So let's give you some final thoughts, and this has been Luke the Vacuum Saver. These two were in a class of their own for how dirty they were. These were not quite as bad as some vacuums that I've dealt with, but they were up there. I hope you all have enjoyed this video, because I know I certainly enjoy doing it for all of you. This has been Luke the Vacuum Saver, and I'll catch you next time, and a new vacuum video is on the way. Hopefully sooner than later here, but you know what? It's on God's terms, not mine. So this has been Luke the Vacuum Saver, and I'm happy that you watched this video. Thank you much, and have a wonderful week.